Imagine this. You're falling from the sky. The world, a screaming chaos of fire and metal. Your plane, your trusted warbird, is a blazing wreck, plummeting to Earth. Below, enemy territory. Above, the fighter that just shot you down circles like a shark. You have a parachute and a standard-issue Colt. .45 pistol. What do you do? For most, it's game over. But for one American pilot, it was just the beginning of one of the most unbelievable stories of World War II. This is the incredible tale of Lieutenant Owen J. AB-24, Liberator co-pilot, with the 341st Bombardment Group, stationed in the China-Burman Dia Theater. On March 31, 1943, Baggett and his crew were on a mission to destroy a critical railway bridge at Pianmana, Burma. The skies seemed clear, but they were flying straight into an ambush. A squadron of elite Japanese Oscar fighters, the Ki-43S, swarmed them from above. The air battle was pure savagery. The B-24, nicknamed the Little Chief, was a flying fortress, but the Oscars were nimble and deadly. Cannon shells ripped through the fuselage. The oxygen tanks, vital for high-altitude flight, exploded, turning the inside of the bomber into an inferno. Baggett remembers the turret gunner's station being completely obliterated. The plane was dying, and the order came through the intercom. Sharp and desperate. Bail out. Baggett, wounded by shrapnel, helped get his injured crewmates out of the escape hatch before leaping into the frigid thin air himself. As his parachute snapped open, he found himself in a surreal nightmare. He and his fellow crewmen were dangling like puppets, defenseless, as the Japanese pilots began a horrifying practice known as strafing the parachutes. They were using the helpless, descending airmen for target practice. Baggett watched in horror as his friends were cut down. Bullets zipped past his own body. Thinking fast, he did the only thing he could to play dead. He went limp in his harness, hoping the enemy pilot would lose interest and move on. One Oscar pilot wasn't convinced. He banked his fighter, slowed his airspeed, and came in for a closer look. Flying so near, Baggett could almost see the pilot's face in the cockpit. The Japanese plane stalled slightly as it closed in. The cockpit canopy slid open. The pilot was just feet away, confirming his kill. But Baggett wasn't dead. He was furious. In that split second, instinct took over. He wasn't going down without a fight. He unholstered his Colt .45 automatic pistol, the one piece of equipment he had left. He raised it, aimed at the open cockpit of the slowing fighter, and fired 4 shots. What happened next is the stuff of legend. Baggett watched as the Japanese fighter suddenly peeled away, its nose dropping. It went into a spin, spiraling down towards the jungle below before crashing. Had he actually done it? Had he shot down a fighter plane with a handgun while dangling from a parachute? It seemed impossible. Absurd. A 1 in a million shot. Upon landing, Baggett was immediately captured by Japanese soldiers and spent the next 2 years as a prisoner of war, enduring brutal conditions. He survived, but he kept the story of his incredible pistol shot mostly to himself. It sounded too crazy, too much like a tall tale. Who would ever believe it? But the story didn't die. Years after the war, another American officer, Colonel Harry Melton, who was also a POW in the same region, came forward. He told this intelligence that a Japanese colonel he'd spoken to during his captivity had told him a fascinating and frustrating story. The colonel lamented that the last pilot his squadron had lost was killed not by another plane, but by a lone American airman who shot him with a pistol while descending in a parachute. The details matched Baggett's account perfectly. The Japanese officer's own words seemed to corroborate the unbelief. The pilot, it was theorized, was likely killed by Baggett's bullet, slumping over the controls and causing the plane to crash. So, did Owen Baggett really shoot down a Japanese fighter with a pistol? All the evidence, from his own consistent testimony to the independent account from the enemy side, points to J's. It's a testament to the chaos of combat, the will to survive, and the sheer, unadulterated grit of a pilot who refused to surrender even when he was falling from the sky. It remains one of the most astounding individual feats of the entire Second World War. Owen Baggett lived a long life after the war. passing away in 2006. His story serves as a powerful reminder that in the face of impossible odds, human courage can create moments that defy belief. It's a story of defiance, a 1,000,000-to-1 shot that hit its mark and etched itself into the annals of military history. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the past. If you found this story as amazing as we did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more tales of unbelievable history. We'll see you in the next video.